Hand, if you have ever gotten a message that made you go, ooh, why? If you've ever gotten one of those messages that you know for a fact you do not know this person, and they somehow found you somewhere on the internet and they are simply sending you a message in order to try and sell you something without knowing anything about who you actually are or anything about the actual problems that you need to have solved. If this has ever happened to you, you are probably just a human being because it has happened to all of us, especially if you are active on social media or a business owner. You get messages like this all the time. One of our clients said that he got a message, or he got 75 messages like this in 1 week. 75 cold DM sales messages. Now, I want to be really clear that I reward people. I celebrate people who are actually out there putting their business out into the world. So this isn't about bashing people who are making offers. This is about celebrating people who are making offers, and it's about doing it in a way that feels great for both parties. Now, the problem is that a lot of people really don't know how to actually start sales conversations in a way that feels good for both people. What they do is they think, "Oh, I'm just going to hire somebody else to do it for me." And then we get a million setters, that's what they call these people. We get a million setters out there on the internet who are just badgering the inbox, and it ruins it for all of us. So if you would like a way to be able to get people to raise their hand so that you can have a conversation without having to send these cold creeper DMs, you are in the right place. And I'm going to look down and see the chat and make sure that you can actually hear me because I've just been staring straight at the camera. So I'm going to pull up our chat. I'm so glad to be here with you. Hello, I can see. Look at this. We've got Tim Rollers in the house. If you don't know Tim, Team Tim, give us a hashtag Tim if you're on Team Tim. If you don't know Tim, he is an awesome member of our team. He will be there, yes, in your DMs, only when you have raised your hand and helping you to be able to get to the right next step here within our community. It's so awesome. I see Colleen. Hello, so good to see you. Hooray. If you are a member of our Sales Stars program, drop the word STAR in the chat. It's our brand new mastermind. We are in week 3 of this year-long program, and I am obsessed with it and so in love with our members. So drop the word STAR in the chat if you're a member of that mastermind. If you're a member of our GLAM fam, which stands for Go Live or Go Live and Monetize, that's our higher level VIP mastermind. I love our GLAM members so much. Drop that in the chat too. And hey, if this is your first time where you're joining one of these videos, it's so good to meet you. Type new in the chat. I'm Molly Mahoney. Love to be here with you today. And I've taken a little bit of a break, honestly, from doing these videos. For the past, I almost said 16 years. It's definitely not been 16 years. But since 2016, I have been going live once a week, sharing value. And you know what? I decided that I had been doing it long enough. So I've taken a little bit of a break. But recently, this question kept coming up, either of people being frustrated and annoyed because they keep getting these messages that really have no real context. They're from like complete strangers. Or on the other side, people were saying, I really just don't know how to start sales conversations. Should I hire someone from the outside who can come in and just find me leads? And I am going to present you with a brand new way to do this today that you may not be familiar with. It's a way to actually create content that gets people to raise their hands so that you can start conversations in a way that feels great to both parties. And if you would like the show notes from today, I'm going to give you something kind of cool. I'm going to pull this up on the screen here. If you would like the show notes from today, just type the word "remind me," all one word, in the chat. And what this is going to do, it's going to bring up this little messenger bot. Oh, she's dead. She's tired. She's really tired. Come on, Molly. This is Molly bot. She's lost her steam. She's taking a break too. Okay, what will happen is when you type the one word "remind me" in the chat, you'll get a message from Mollybot and she'll give you a couple of things. The first thing is she'll give you the chance to be reminded the next time that we go live. And now that I'm not doing this every single week anymore, you got to pay attention to those reminders so that you can keep up with us. She'll also give you the chance to be able to get show notes from our past shows. So if you click on that past shows little button that she sends you, you'll get access to our private Facebook community. And in the guide section of that community, we have all of the show notes from our past shows, which is really cool. And the third thing that she's going to give you is actually so important that I am going to load a photo of it onto the screen right now. And here we go. Are you ready? Oh, actually, I don't have the photo on here, so I'm not going to load the photo. What she's going to bring you into is access to our high ticket sales workshop that is coming up. So one of my favorite things to do is to welcome in new amazing clients at a higher level without ever needing to get on a call, or only needing to get on a call with people who really want that extra support and extra guidance. It is awesome to be able to get on calls with people. And if you're like me, at some point you kind of max out, right? You don't have enough space in your calendar left. And it's like, how do we balance this? Well, in this upcoming high ticket sales workshop, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can bring in high ticket clients, effortlessly enroll clients into your higher ticket programs without sales calls. So when you write "remind me" in the chat below this video, if you're watching us on the Facebook business page, you will get access to all of that goodness. Now, if you are watching this somewhere else, let me know in the chat where you're watching this from, because I know we got peeps all over the planet. If you're watching this somewhere else, like on the Tube of You or something like that, you may actually need to go to the link yourself, because Mollybot doesn't work on YouTube. She only works on my business page. We'll do our best to come back to you, but I'm going to give you a little, a little magic link. So you can actually go to this link, which is molly.live/SP sales. And that will take you right to the link to sign up for this upcoming workshop. I'm going to test it out here while we're live, as we're getting into this magic, just to make sure. Yep, that'll take you right to that workshop. This workshop is happening next week on Thursday. If you are here as a member of the Ask Method, we have a private workshop that we're doing. So if you're here through my friend Ryan, you get early access to a secret thing that we're doing with Ryan this weekend. Everybody else, we'd love you to join us next Thursday for this high ticket sales workshop. All right. Now, today we are going to be diving into not 5, not 7, like I told you, but 9. I didn't count properly. My screen wasn't expanded all the way. There are 9 different strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you today that will help you to be able to bring in people who are interested in your offer, whether it is a physical product or a coaching offer or consulting, whatever it is. This is going to show you how to get more people to raise their hand. Would you like more people to raise their hand saying, hey, I want to work with you? Would it make you feel better knowing that you have people who have already kind of self-identified as the right people to talk to? Let me know. And as I'm sharing all of these, because I'm really going to walk through all of these, I would love you to do one more thing. Yay, Diana, so good. Okay, I would love you to give us the hashtag nugget and your best ahas as we go through this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run to the back of my office really quick. And then I'm going to run forward. Okay, I am going to give away one of our awesome books called Finding My Awesome. So this is actually a children's book that I wrote based on the strategies that we use to help adults to be more confident. We put it into a children's book, kind of a little sneaky way to get into the hands of more people. And I'll give one away. So if you share your hashtag nuggets and then share what the aha was in this chat, it does a few things. It helps me to know what's resonating with you, so I can do more of that. And also, you may have noticed, I talk kind of quickly. So it also serves as this kind of live transcription note taking for everyone here, which is really great. And if you are new to us, here is something else that it does, which is really, really good. It actually helps to unlock what we call the social triangle. And we're going to be talking about the social triangle a bunch today. The social triangle is our system for allowing you to increase your organic reach on any social media platform. So when you share, like if I said, if you can hear me, let's do a test. If I said, if you can hear me, type a 1 in the chat. It'd be great if you could actually do that, because we're here having a conversation and it lets me know that you're here with me. So if you can hear me, just type a 1 in the chat. Are you ready for it? Okay, Rico, where you been all my life? Good to see you. Okay, so now I can see Infinity, right? I can see Miss Natalie Graham. I can see Mary Lou, Katie, others of you that are here live typing 1 in the chat. Now that's cool because it lets me know that we're alive, but it it doesn't tell Facebook that we're having a really long conversation. It doesn't tell YouTube that we're really having an in-depth conversation. And what these platforms have told us is that they want longer, more in-depth conversations as a sign for putting our content in front of the right people. So if instead you in the chat right now typed hashtag nugget and then shared what your best aha or takeaway was so far. I know we're just getting started, but maybe you've had a takeaway already. I'm guessing you have. So if you put hashtag nugget and share what that was, what it does is it tells the platform, it tells the algorithm that we are actually having a longer conversation, and it collects those data points and puts us together, right? It makes it so that our content is more likely to show up in front of each other. And so if I then, after this video, come to you and engage with you, then it's going to do that same thing, right? So these posts, these different strategies that I'm going to share with you today, they're all about unlocking that social triangle and allowing our content to show up more frequently in front of the right people. And that hashtag nugget is just one little bonus strategy. So therefore we have 10 strategies that we're sharing today. And then the way that I help to really like reward you for doing that and thank you for doing that is that I enter you in a little giveaway. And at the end of the video, I'll pick one of you to win if you've dropped a hashtag nugget in the chat. So good, right? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, now you may be thinking, this is all awesome, Molly, and I'm really excited about these strategies, but I don't have time. Well, I got you. And I'm going to show you how we can actually streamline this so that it doesn't take your entire day, life, all of that. Now, I will say that once you get to the point where you're like we are, where we've generated, we're right around $4 million, which is in collected revenue, which is awesome. We were looking at it the other day. Like, it's amazing. And we have so many clients. We have 900 people in our Show Up program. We've got about 50 in our Glam program, about 50 in our Sales Stars program. That's a lot of clients to maintain and to love on and to support. So at some point, you may need to actually bring on another team member or two who can help you to offer support to your community. And so if you missed it, we have a big announcement around here before we get into these full strategies, which is, I'm going to bring them up onto the screen. Dun, dun, dun. Daryl. So we jokingly call him Captain Daryl around here. This is Liz. Liz and I. Daryl's photo actually froze during this Zoom call, so we took this funny photo. But here, this is Daryl, and he is an amazing new member of our team. And he had taken a little break from Facebook. So his Facebook account is brand new. He's in the UK. He is an awesome dad. And we're just so, so grateful to have him here on the team. And I'm going to bring myself back to solo mode. If we can all just say, hello, Daryl, in the chat, I would love it. I believe he's here too. He stays up late for us here in the UK. And we've decided today that we're going to do something pretty bananas as a part of this. So while I'm going through these strategies, all 9 separate strategies, each of these 9 strategies have 3 examples, 3 kind of templates. Now, usually I only share these templates with our Glam members or with our Sales Stars members. We'll be getting them soon too. I am going to give these templates away to you today. If you would want them, would you want them? I'm still kind of on the fence because I feel like this is kind of a crazy idea. And I'm just going to show you a slight example of what this looks like. I made it kind of tiny. Let me show you this. Okay, are you ready? It's really cool. I'm going to bring it into the stream right now. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so this is it. And if you scroll through it, we're going to go through it today. But I have all of these different examples. There's 9 in each category. Do you want this? If you want it, I'm going to give it to you, but there's like a little bit of a catch. I need a little help from you because Daryl is so new to our community and I want to make sure he gets to know all of you, that here is how you're going to get access to it. Okay. Are you ready? You are actually going to message Daryl. So all you need to do, you can click on it. If you're on our Facebook page, I think is probably where he's watching. You're going to message him and say, hey, I would love the templates from today. And if you are not watching on Facebook, I actually created a little link for reaching out to him, and I'm going to put it on the screen right now. So let me just type this in the chat right here. I'm going to put it on the screen. Hold, please. Hold, please. Okay, this is it. I almost grabbed the wrong link. It is going to be molly.live/DM gift. And that link will allow you, I'm going to put this in the screen right here. If you click on this right here, it'll allow you to go right to Daryl's profile. We are like figuring out how to really make sure that you get the utmost support. So Tim has been here for quite some time, and we're so grateful for him and the way that he supports our community. And we just really want to welcome Daryl in. So if you send Daryl a message and you say template, tell him you want the templates, he will, as a human being, get them back to you. Sound good? Amazing. Okay, awesome. Now, are you ready to dive into these templates? And I'm going to actually change this so that it says, like what you should do. I'm going to change this. So go to watch this. Are you ready? Because I'm going to walk you through them all, each of them. Go to this and tell Daryl you want the templates. Okay, ready? And then if you're like, okay, these templates are awesome and I really want to like actually implement them, just drop the word call in the chat. We'll reach out to you and get you booked on a call. I know we love to do things without calls. We can like speed things up if you actually hop on a call. So either way, if you want to have a messenger chat about how we could support you, or you want to hop on a call, just drop the word call in the chat and we'll reach out and get you some more information about that. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to jump this up on the screen. It is going to blow your mind. So we are going to start with the easiest way for you to create posts that get people to raise their hand. Now, what do I mean when I say raising your hand? What I mean is that someone says, hey, I am your ideal client. Hey, I would like more information about what you have to offer. Hey, I want to hire you. And we're going to go through the different stages of these types of these strategies that I'm going to share, from things that are just like, hey, I'm a human being. We're going to start right there. We're not even going to worry about whether or not they're an ideal client. We're just going to start with someone raising their hand and saying, hey, I'm a human being, so you can actually connect with them. The next stage up from there is that we're going to move into really identifying those ideal clients. Then we're going to move into the ideal clients who actually have a problem that you can solve. And then we're going to move into the ideal clients who actually really want to work with you, and they're recognizing that you have the solution for them. So as I go through this journey, you may be like, I've heard of these engagement strategies before. What you probably haven't heard is the way that you actually turn engagement into actual sales. So as I share these, I don't want you to get caught up in the like vanity metrics of all of this. You can do this with a super small community. I have a friend who had a group of 400 people, a Facebook group of 400 people, and she did her first six-figure year with 400 people in her Facebook group. You do not need big fancy lists. Okay. And I want you to know that sometimes when I use these strategies that I'm going to share, the gremlins come up for me too. So know that the gremlins come up, know that I got you. And in literally 30 seconds, we're going to bring the very first strategy on the screen. Make sure that you take this video and sprinkle it amongst your community. I'm going to give you a little intro video just because I think it's cute. Okay, here we go. I love it so much. Okay, we've already shared so many nuggets today, so I'm just really, really stoked about being back here with you. And we're going to get started with the first type of hand-raising posts. So these are all different posts that you can do on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. It really doesn't matter. You can do them all over the place. I personally tend to find that they work best on my personal Facebook profile. What I usually do is I test them on my personal Facebook profile, and then I will repost them on my business page. Or sometimes I'll even screenshot them and then put them as a carousel post on Instagram. And we get great results from that as well. And the whole point of these is that you're going to be getting people to actually comment below the post and say, yes, girl, I love that. Or, hey, friend, I want more of that. Right? So we are going to use these posts as kind of a domino. These posts kickstart the conversation. Then once people actually identify themselves as someone that you would want to talk to, you go in and you reply to them, and then you send them a message. So really, this is eliminating the need to ever need to cold DM anyone. We're going to start by having conversations publicly and then move into the DMs. And if you treat your social media accounts like you do a party or like you do, I would say a networking event, but even networking events get kind of weird sometimes. Recently, I went to a back to school night and there were some new parents. And if I said to the new parents, like, hey, let me call you right now. Hey, what's your phone number? Without really kind of testing the waters and making sure, like, do our kids get along? Are we going to whatever? It'd be weird, right? So we're not going to be covering the follow-up process. We will be covering the follow-up process in that workshop that we're doing next week. So if you're not signed up for the workshop, make sure that you get signed up for the workshop. And I'll put that on the screen here too. This is the workshop. It's molly.live/SP sales. Okay. So the first thing that we do is we're going to do human stuff. Now, this human stuff type post is so easy. And I have some great examples that I'm going to share with you. So you may have heard me talk about this idea of the Brussels sprouts. If you can find something that is polarizing like Brussels sprouts, and I'm just going to show you the very first Brussels sprout post I ever did. You are going to love it. I searched my personal profile for Brussels sprouts last night in prep for this training here. Look at this. So I had 94 comments on my very first Brussels sprouts post, which is so cool. And if you look at my profile, you can see that I have posted about Brussels sprouts literally like 50 times. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Now, if you don't have strong opinions about Brussels sprouts, maybe don't go in that direction, but you can get started with people raising their hands simply by writing like liver, yes or no, onions, yes or no, blue cheese, yes or no, pineapple on pizza. And again, remember, we're starting just by getting human beings to raise their hand, and then we're going to move up to super qualified ideal clients. The reason we have to start with these kind of human stuff posts is because the platform needs to know that we're alive. If we skip that part and we go straight into the hardcore, offer type posts, the platform isn't going to give us any reach. We have to play with what the platform wants. So if you love this idea of the human stuff posts and you want to see a couple more examples, just type human in the chat and I can show you a couple more examples. We're going to get into some really deep ones. This one is super easy. And I have this example here, which is from one of our members who's so awesome. And I just wanted to share this one because I love what she did on this. So she actually went live in her pajamas in her kitchen in her robe and was teaching how to make poached eggs. Now, some people may do a post like this and say, oh, I only got 200 views. Oh, I only got 18 likes. Oh, I only got 13 comments. But if she's, let's say, like a health coach, she actually was an amazing grandma bodybuilder as well. And so she's helping people to get healthy and she's talking about poached eggs. She can start a conversation about food from here. So there's always going to be a way that we can kind of tie this, put this through line to your actual offer and move the conversation forward. But we have to be able to start the conversation in the first place. Also, keep in mind, these aren't things that take loads of time. They're very streamlined when you follow the system. So this is that human post type of thing, right? Okay. So another one that I did that was really easy was, okay, I need a decision tonight. Should we get a dog? Watch this craziness. And I would love to know, are you a dog person or a cat person? Put it in the chat. This may be interesting. 257 comments on this post. That is cuckoo. And if you would like just a little sneak peek of the strategy on how I would turn this type of a post into sales, drop the word sneaky in the chat and I'll come back to it and I'll share that with you. Because you can definitely turn a post like this into sales. It's kind of an art and it's a little more nuanced, but I can show you how it's done. Okay. Oh no. Let me get you a longer version of that link if it's showing up as dangerous. It's not dangerous, but maybe we've just shared it so many times that they're like, yikes. I see that some people are having a hard time with the link. So I'm going to put the longer version of the link in the chat. It's really long and kind of hard to read, but I'm going to put it in there for you because it's definitely a safe link. Okay. And if you want, you can also, Tim can send you the full link in Messenger. I just put the whole entire thing there, but Tim can send it to your Messenger. Thank you, Tim. I love you. How much do we love our team? Tim, Nancy, everybody, Daryl. It's so good. Okay. Cat person, dog person. It's, you're going to get different opinions, which is good. Okay, I'm going to give you the sneaky sneak right now, and then we're going to move into the more targeted posts. If you're going to start with the sneaky sneak, literally all you're going to do is you're going to expand all the comments. And at this point, right, I've obviously been connecting with people on these social media platforms, so I have more engagement on it. But let's say you were like Bev's post that had 13 comments. You go through these and you're going to just make identify, is this someone that would be a potential client? And you can know from, oh, I should turn that off. We have other sneaky things, but you can know from your own brain. Now, this is someone who was the mom of one of Charlie's friends in preschool I haven't talked to in a long time. And I may be like, oh, I should talk to her because she was like a friend that I've not spoken to probably in 3 years. But she's not somebody that's going to be an ideal client. So I'm not going to put her in that category. Now, like I may actually find her an ideal client. So I would then send her a message and just say, hey, okay, I see you're a dog person, right? Awesome. Love it. And then you move on with your life. We have a way of categorizing the people on your profile. And all you have to do, I'll show you with Vivian. You just go here, you click on friends, and then you edit the friend list. Now, Vivian is a photographer. She's also my neighbor. So I didn't have her on this friend list. I can add her to a friend list called Elevate. Boom. Now, when I want to follow up with people, most people don't know that stuff exists. If you want more information about that, make sure you come to the workshop. So I'm just using this as something to go through and find my ideal people, right? And I'm looking for a way to start those conversations. If that is awesome and you are like, whoa, drop the word awesome in the chat. Okay. So those are the easy ones to get started. That's the human stuff. Okay. The next one is to get them to self-identify that they have a problem. Oh, shoot. I was going to change this one because it's inside our Facebook group. Just know that I'll change this one soon. I was going to repost it. But this one's really awesome. And I actually did, I put a little money behind this because I'm going to get market research out of it. And I'm going to be able to use what I call a sifter. This is like taking people that I've connected with, and I'm going to be able to sift out the people who aren't necessarily a good fit and find the people who are a good fit for the next level. Okay. Now here, I'm going kind of fast today because we don't have much time and I do have a call right at the top of the hour. So this is like one of our most, oh my gosh, fast deep dive videos ever. So we usually do things a little bit slower, and inside our programs, we give you all the templates and all of that. I wanted to totally blow your mind today. So be ready for it. Okay. So serious question. And because I really want answers, I'm doing another giveaway for $100. So instead of spending money on Facebook ads where I know I can't actually trust old Marky Mark, little Marky Mark over there, I decided I'm going to put money into my organic content, and I'm going to be super specific with it. I do still do Facebook ads, from time to time, but it's gone so wacko that I would rather be really targeted with where I'm spending my dollars. So I'm going to do a giveaway for $100, and everyone who answers will be entered to win. Are you loving this? I know you're loving this. All right. Do you find that holding yourself back from you're holding yourself back because you aren't super clear about what you're selling? Like, would you be more likely to do videos and reach out to people if you knew exactly what you were selling, specific benefits it provides, and how to have a sales conversation? This is something that we see come up again and again, and I'm thinking of doing a training on it, but I want to know if it's something you really need. And if that's not a need for you, what else stops you from doing videos or reaching out and making offers? Now, this is a very specific question about a very specific problem, and I paid people $100 to answer it, right? So what's stopping you? If it's not making offers, what's stopping you? Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for answering. I'll pull one person from the comments this weekend to win $100. So we had 77 people give us really good answers about exactly what's stopping them. And then guess what? We can reach out to people already knowing what's stopping them. And it's also going to help me in my actual marketing because I can take those messages, I can take those words, and I can move them into my marketing messaging. So I'm going to replace the example that I have on here because I've done this type a bunch. Just know I'm going to delete that one for right now because it's inside our private group, but I'll get you, maybe I'll do this right now. That looks totally crazy. Okay, I'll put a new one in there because I've got a bunch. Now here's another one that is totally different, and it came from one of our clients. This is something that she used. So I was like, what are the problems that your ideal clients are experiencing? And she said, well, honestly, oftentimes, she was a travel agent. She said, oftentimes they come to me and they're like, I want a 5-star hotel in the middle of the woods that has perfect Wi-Fi and 24-hour food service and all of this. And she was like, Molly, those things don't actually exist. These people are totally clueless travelers. So we did a post, and sometimes on these examples here, I just share like the idea. I don't worry about perfecting the whole entire post, right? So here, this was the idea here, is the idea of the clueless traveler. And so to write a longer post about, like, picture this, whatever, she lists out all the details of this hotel that's got all of this stuff in it, and then says, if this is something that you're looking for, guess what? It's going to be virtually impossible for you to find it on your own. If you would love someone who has all the information and can find you that perfect hotel to meet all of your needs, let me know below. I have something really cool for you. I'd love to connect you with the hotel of your dreams. Right? So it's almost like we're already moving into an offer. So we're getting them to comment, sharing that they would love this thing or that they would love to have the problem solved, right? Oh, I actually put this one there. Oh my gosh, I got to do this one differently. Okay, so I'm going to give you one more example that's not on here. I was going through and messing with this template. This is the one that I just shared with you earlier. So I'm going to give you one more example. The other way to get people to self-identify the problem is to ask them for solutions. So if you're a parent, let's say, and you're looking to connect with more parents, if your ideal clients are parents, you can say things like, what's your best, like, have you ever struggled with bedtime? Share your best bedtime tip below. Something like that can be really, really powerful. Another thing that I love to do in getting them to self-identify with the problem is that I admit that I have the problem. So like sometimes I'll do things, I don't have my other glasses here right now, but sometimes I'll do a post with like 2 pairs of glasses on and like, please tell me I'm not the only one who's overwhelmed and loses their glasses, right? And then if you're someone who helps people to be more focused and they say, oh my gosh, girl, me too, and they self-identify with that problem, then you are going to be able to reach out to them and know that they have that problem. Let me know if you have questions on this one or if you want even more examples on this one, because I did have a bunch more on there and I removed them from the sheet, but I'm going to grab it right now and I'm going to grab some more actually for you. I was trying to clean that up. Okay. There are so many examples of how you could do this. So many examples. So like if you are, I'm going to give you one more. I personally struggle with drinking water. Anyone else here struggle with drinking water? If you're looking to find people, if you're a health coach, let's say, and you want to find people who self-identify as people who are having a hard time prioritizing their health, you can find something as simple as water. So you can do a post that's like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I actually drank 16 ounces of water today. Do you have water goals? What are they? Share them below. You have a hard time drinking water? Here's something that I do to help with that. Do you want more water tips? They're all going to self-identify on these little tiny problems. I could talk about this forever. Okay, awesome. Amazing. And I'll add 2 more specific posts into this sheet. So when you get it from good old Daryl, just know there'll be 2 more secret ones in there, which is even more of a reason to reach out to Captain Daryl. I'm going to keep calling you Captain Daryl because I think it's funny. If you want all of these templates, including the extra ones I'm going to add for that one section, just go to molly.live/DM gift. Okay, it is good. All right, let's bring these back up on the screen because we got way more to cover. So that was getting them to self-identify with the problem. Now, we're going to move into getting them to self-identify as a client. Now, this one is so good, and so many people do this wrong. So let me show you exactly what I mean. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an example of someone who did this wrong and how it got no results, and then how I fixed it for her and it got really awesome results. So one of our clients was looking for VAs. She wanted to connect with VAs because she was creating a course about messenger bots, which, if you've not met our messenger bot, Molly, make sure that you drop the word remind me below to get access to show notes, to get access to a reminder next time we go live, and to get access to our upcoming workshop that we're doing about high ticket sales. So one of our clients was teaching people how to do that similar strategy where you have a little messenger bot that replies to people. And she thought, VAs would actually be really good for this because they can build these bots out for their companies that they're working for. And so I said to her, oh, there's this group that has a lot of business owners in it, and I feel like you may be able to find some people in there. Now, before I give you this exact post, I need you to promise me something. When we are doing this, we are using these strategies for good. We're not going into a competitor's Facebook group and poaching clients. That is the complete opposite of how this works. I am very, very, very clear on being ethical with this and not poaching other people's clients. Can we promise below that we're going to have integrity when we do this? Even my camera went out of focus because it really wants you to listen. So just say promise below if you're with me on this. Okay? Because it does not work if you're being a creeper. We already talked about that. So here's what you do. You have to make sure when you post something like this that you have a separate intention, which is what comes from your heart, and a separate objective, which is your business goal. If you mix those two together, or if you have one and not the other, that's when it starts to become creepy. And sometimes when I teach these strategies, people are like, oh, that doesn't feel good. And I'm like, because you don't have that balance figured out. We have to be totally okay with the fact that our intention may be the only result we get out of this. We may not actually get the business result every single time, but we've got to have that intention clear. So with a post like this, which I'm going to share for you to do in a group, your intention has to come from a place that has nothing to do with sales. It has to come from a place purely of connection, and that you know that eventually some of those people will turn into sales as well, or they'll turn into power partners that can help share your offers. Okay? If you love that, that means I know that you're my people, because I'm really, really clear about this. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify who are the people. Then we're going to find a place where they spend time. Now, this could be on your own personal profile. It could be in a group. Okay. Either way, it could be in your group. And rather than doing what she did is she said, and this is because she only thought about her objective, not about her intention. She said, ooh, big news. I have a course coming out on how to build messenger bots, and I know it would be great for VAs. Are you a VA? I think this would be awesome for you. Let me know below and I'll get you information. That is not going to work. Not going to work, because that reeks of salesy weirdo. Even if you think like, oh, this product's amazing and I just want to share it with people, people are going to have their defenses up and they're not going to engage. Big nugget. Big golden nugget. Okay. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to think, okay, I'm going to remove myself from the equation. I'm going to look at this ideal client and I'm going to think, what would they want? So what would most VAs want? They would want more visibility. They would want more connections. They would want referrals. Could I give them that? Yes. So what I did was I said, I often have clients, and I'm not lying, this is totally true. I often have clients who are looking for VAs. Are you looking for one? I'm building out a list of recommendations. I had 100 people comment on this post, sharing their information about their business as a VA. Now, there's a little bit of a transition that has to happen here. So I'm not going to reach out to every single person and be like, oh, I saw you wanted to be on my list of VAs. Can I send you information about my program? Because that would be creepy and weird. You have to make sure as we're going through this system that you have consistent content and consistent conversations happening. So let's say, as an example, I do this post. We'll be talking about this in much more depth in the workshop. And we're going to do the workshop on Zoom, so you'll be able to ask questions and stuff. So make sure you drop remind me and get access to that workshop. Okay. So there is nuance that goes through this. And those of you that are in focus. Okay. Those of you that are in Sales Stars, we were talking about this on the call on Wednesday. And I shared examples of sales conversations that I've had that have turned into like $10,000 sales. And the real key is that you have to be a human, and it feels uncomfortable. And it's awesome. So you've just got to brace that uncomfortability and you've got to kind of dance with it and figure out your own little, navigation. The good news is that I have had hundreds of thousands of conversations like this that have turned into millions of dollars in sales. And the people who are here, if you're in one of our programs and I've made an offer to you, you can vouch for me and say, like, does it come across like a creepy salesy weirdo, or does it feel like fun? Because the more fun you have, the more money you will make. Hands down. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with something that celebrates these clients, gets them to identify themselves, and then we're going to use some of the stuff we're going to talk about this in this workshop to get them into the actual sales conversation. But we're not going to be cold DMing them because we got them to raise their hand first. Okay? We are only on the third strategy here. Okay, the next ones are really quick. I love it. Yes, it feels like a friend. And this is what one of our members was saying yesterday. She was like, she said, the thing is like, she said, I know it could have been Molly's team member in there, but even if it's a team member, I feel like they actually care about me. And so whether you're talking to Tim or Nancy or Daryl, we care about you as human beings, which shouldn't be that hard to do. But it seems like it's actually kind of a difficult thing in the world right now. And I don't understand why. So we're going to care about you as an actual human. Okay, let's get into the next little strategy here. If you are loving it, drop loving it in the chat. Okay, and feel free to sprinkle this amongst your community because you can let people know this is happening here. Just click the little SHARE button. It's good. And remember, oh, look at this. I had this weird. To win a book, you can be entered to win a book. Okay, focus, Mahoney. Focus, Mahoney. But remember, when you drop your nuggets, you could be entered to win a book. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'll take all these things off. All right. Okay. Loving it. Loving it. Amazing. So the next thing is super easy. You can use this one. Got a podcast? Share it below. And I'm actually going to share. One of our members did this recently. I'm going to put his as a link in there because you can see how well this works. Oh my gosh. Mr. Jordash, look, at the moment, what are your favorite podcast shows? 105 comments. And if he knows he wants to be connecting with people who are listening to podcasts, that's all he has to do. I'm going to put this link in here so you get that too. So you'll have the actual example. Okay. Another one. We have a client who helps with like dog agility, dog fitness, and dog business owners. If she does a post that says, show me your fur babies, boom, you are on your way towards sifting out the people who aren't a good fit. Amazing. All right. Moving on. I love it. Okay. The next one is, and I love this one so much, because it's so easy. Get them to shout out their favorite power partners and tools. So if you don't know what tools your ideal client would be using, you need to take a step back and research your ideal client. Okay. Like for real. If you are not in the business space, we got you because your people use tools too. So this is like the different things that they use in order to enjoy their life or achieve the result that you provide. So here's one that we use for some of our relationship coaches. I'm putting together a gift guide. What are your favorite things to receive as a gift for Valentine's Day? You get so much information. And if you're wondering, how the heck do I keep track of all this? Join us on our workshop, which is coming up. Or, reach out and we'll help you. We'll get you information on how you can join one of our programs. So just drop the word support below or call, something like that. We'll find you. Okay. Now, the next thing after that is this. I'm compiling a list of tools that help with meditation and clarity. What are your favorite ways to reset and re-energize? If you are a spiritual coach, a meditation coach, something like that, you're going to get people who are open to what it is that you actually offer. And you're going to get really awesome information too. And you can start conversations. Here's another one that I put here. Oh, what am I doing? Is this Jordash's that I already just shared with you? Let me see. Mahoney was cuckoo. I was putting this together in the end of the night. Okay, this is good because when you message Daryl, you're going to get all kinds of extra bonuses. I really wanted to get you lots of examples. This is the podcast one that Jordash had done, right? I love to say things like, what are your favorite tools for, like building websites? If you know that they're building a business, what are your favorite tools for creating graphics? Like things like that, you're going to get people to identify. I'll give you some more examples in there because I have more examples, but I shared Jordash's twice. So there you go. All right. Another one is like this, because this really speaks to the power partners, right? This podcast one, if you find people in here that are similar to you, like the Social Proof podcast, that may be a good idea for someone who may be a power partner. A fashion, hold on. A fashion mogul and inspirational leader. In his debut book, he teaches you how to do things. Sleep is for suckers. Clearly, I need to connect with that dude. We're going to learn all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, so since I put this one here, I'm going to give you another one in that get them to identify themselves as an ideal client place. Okay. Ta-da. One more is coming there when you message Daryl to get this template. Okay, now we're going to move into the next one, which is coming out of the success closet. Oh, baby. Okay, are you ready? These ones are my favorite, and these are my own posts that I wrote because this is like my favorite kind of post to do. And inside our programs, we have full templates sharing with you how to write posts like this. And I want to be very clear. When I'm moving around way too much for this camera today. It does not know how to keep up with me. I'm just very excited about this. Okay, when I first, come on, focus. Okay, when I first started this, I was really afraid of writing. It made me very nervous. I felt very uncomfortable. I am dyslexic and I can't spell. And I felt like I was going to puke every time I started writing something. I had a boyfriend many years ago break up with me over email after we had been together for 2 years. I was doing a show and I was doing Evita in Wisconsin. If you're a musical theater person, let me know. He sent me an email that said he really wanted to bring things to an end because it's not that you're not smart enough for me, because that wouldn't be the point. Let's just hear that again. It's not that you're not smart enough for me, because that wouldn't be the point. What a jerk. And he was a writer. So from that moment on, I had this belief of I can't write and I'm not smart enough. I would just like to say I feel very smart. I feel like I've done a lot of things to make really cool things happen by using my brain. But it took me a long time to be able to overcome that insecurity. And one thing that really helped me was I joined Zach Spuckler's program on creating 5-day challenges, which I don't even think exists anymore. And he had all of these templates for writing emails. And I had this huge epiphany where I was writing an email following one of his templates, and it gave me so much freedom. So that's really one of the reasons that I'm sharing all of this with you. And while I can't give you all of our templates because our clients pay a lot of money for them, I can give you these examples and you can start to pull some things, from it. And then if you want our full templates, know that we have them all in our programs. So link template is not, something went to an NVIDIA website. I tested it earlier. Did I give the wrong one? No, I tested it 20 times. So tell me what link's not working. The link for getting to Daryl or what? I know I saw that there was a link that's not working. So Tim will help you. Someone is saying, Janelle is saying that the link is not working. It sent her to an NVIDIA website. So I don't know which one that is, but and if you have the template, it will be updated. Yes. So if you already got it from Daryl, amazing. I'm going to go through and update it as soon as we're done. Like literally, my next call is with somebody who's helping me on the team. So she will go through and update it literally like right when we're done. I have 100 posts that I can add to that thing because we've documented them all. So it'll be done today. Awesome. Okay. So as I share these next 3 posts, I really want you to know that if you're someone who's like, how on earth could I write that? I've got you. And I was just like you and terrified of writing. And now I love it because I had this extra guidance and this support. Okay, get ready for these posts because you're going to love them. So this is all about celebrating your success and doing this from a place of recognizing your vulnerability around celebrating your success. So if you've ever felt embarrassed about your success, say yes in the chat. I have felt embarrassed around success. When we moved into this, we live in this really amazing home now with this giant backyard where we have events. It's like Costa Rica and Anaheim. And when I first moved here, my dad was like, are you ever going to post pictures of your backyard? But I was really embarrassed about it. Rather than recognizing I could be vision casting for you. I had someone come up to me. I won this award from our eWomen chapter, which was the Made It to a Million award. And she said to me, you're really vision casting for me. And I'm just so grateful to see that you have had all this success because it lets me know what's possible for me. And so every step of the way, whether it's your first $100 sale, whether it's your first $10 sale, whether it's your first $1 million sale, I don't care. Or even if it's like that you felt confident enough to wear glasses today. There's so many little things like celebrating the fact that you're drinking water, little things like this. When you celebrate from a place of authenticity and vulnerability, people will connect with you. So here, this one time I completely missed the fact that we had our first 7-figure year. And then I go into what our glam members are doing and all these things that are happening, and how I focus so much on our clients. And then I was at this event and I realized, oh my gosh, we actually had hit 7 figures and I had not recognized it. So in this post, I tag everyone that I'm grateful for. And I don't do tags like this very often, but in this post, because it was a really big deal for us, I tagged all of these people. I put lots of value into this post, and we had 119 people comment on it. I'm going to go really quick through these because we've got so many to cover. Here's another one where I was first featured in Forbes. And the really cool thing that I want to share with you about this is this exact post, which I first posted in 2019. I have copied and pasted this post. It is scheduled inside my social media posting tool. I copy and paste it like every 2 months, and it gets engagement every single time as a brand new post. So I'm not consistently needing to write posts like this because I reuse them. So just like that, things got real. And then I go into the whole thing about how we were being featured in Forbes. Now, I don't always put a picture. Sometimes there's no photo. Again, we're getting such awesome engagement, and this is establishing my authority here, right? We have another one. This one I did just recently, and oh my gosh, I waited so long to post about this because I knew that it was a great opportunity to share. And there's strategy and technique in every single post, in the way that I'm writing things the way that I am, and the reason that I'm writing them this way. It's coming from a place of connecting with our community. It's coming from a place of recognizing which beliefs they need to have in order to say yes for our offers. This one, huge news, please read before you think I lost my marbles. Today is my first day of high school. So I started teaching a marketing class at our local arts high school. So I did kind of a funny picture with it. Again, 547 likes and 240 comments. Now, some of my posts get like 2 likes. It doesn't happen every single time. But these are very specifically crafted with a very specific intention. Okay. I love these nuggets. I love these nuggets. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. The next one is calling out a problem in your industry. So this one is about not being your cup of tea. So you're not everybody's cup of tea. This also squishes an objection because people are afraid when they're afraid of getting haters or trolls and things like that. This person commented here and said she was mad that she had to actually opt in for something. And she commented this publicly, maybe she sent a message. I think it was public. Yeah, it was public because I replied. And then she said, not that big of a fangirl, right? So when I did this, I'm calling out the fact that you're not everybody's cup of tea. And if people are thinking that you're going to be right for everyone, you're wrong. And it's okay. And this makes our clients feel heard because they know when they get hater comments, it's going to be okay. And then it shows that I'm responding from a place of love, right? Okay, that one's really good, so go read it. This one is our best performing post ever. Okay, first of all, I wrote this on the way back from Hawaii on an airplane. So my first tip is go to Hawaii. If you know Jasper, which was called Jarvis before, we had a little mini Jasper Con in Hawaii, and I wrote this on the way back. Okay, a lot of people were saying live video is dead. I could say, no, it's not dead. Keep using live video. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to meet people where they're at. They're saying live video is dead. Watch me squish that belief. So I agree with the belief. Live video is dead. Well, not completely, but its effectiveness has shifted. And it's become very clear that most strategies are not working, whatever. And then I go through 8 strategies that are not working. Now, this post I have turned into like 30 other pieces of content in one singular post. The other thing is I say, guess what? We're doing a workshop coming up. Check this out. 1,000 comments on this post. Why did this work? Because I met people where they were at. I feel like I'm totally shouting, which I am. I'm sorry, but I'm very excited. Okay. So the other thing that I did with this post, we still get people commenting every week. We get new comments on this post. And you can see Tim and I are in there replying to people. One day ago, someone commented, I thought I would have to use Facebook ads to do that. No, my friend, you just pin your best post to the top of your profile. It's pinned at the top and people keep finding it. When people say oh, that's me. When people say that YouTube is the only way to get long lasting results on a piece of content, they are lying and they just don't know what they're doing. So for real. Okay, this is the post that I did, which got you here about no cold DMs. You can read that one. Okay, then also these posts about celebrating clients. Ready? Oh, I got 3 minutes left. Okay, I just took a screenshot of someone who posted inside our Facebook group for our coaching program. Big win. Using their strategies. I set up a free workshop. But I had blah, 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 blah. That's 17K in 1 week. I go through this whole thing and then I share the problem in the industry, right? So many people try to sell a $47 product to grow their business, but that's not necessarily going to work. You want to do high ticket sales. Bleh, flip the product funnel upside down. 26 people commented. Awesome. Because that's 26 people that I can reach out to and talk to about whether or not they have this problem. Okay, you kind of get how we celebrate clients here, right? All of these posts are going to be here for you if you DM Daryl. Here, can we talk about this for a moment? Efrat Lamondre shows the F up and it's so good. So I'm talking about her TikTok channel here. Now, I really want to highlight this one because it had 6 comments and 31 likes. And some people may be like, oh, that's not very good. Yes, it is if they are actually reading that post and commenting on it because it means that they are a potential ideal client. Same kind of thing there. Okay, here. This is about calling out a problem and celebrating clients. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. I could talk about this for 4 hours. Things will fall into place if you allow them to fall into place, for reals. Okay, so this is a problem in the industry, is that people are trying to force things into place. If you aren't seeing results, it's most likely because you're not allowing yourself to move into action. Take the next step and learn something, right? AKA join us on our workshop. See how I'm instilling these beliefs throughout this whole thing? I have amazing frameworks that really work, but they only work if you actually implement. And then I say, today I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for those who show up and actually implement. This week, I had so many messages from clients who have results. And then I celebrate all of these client results. And then people below were commenting and saying, oh, you better add a client who did this. Our clients were commenting and saying, I see mine there. You missed one. One of your clients got hired by their mentor. Like, our clients are cheering on the client wins. It's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. Okay, those are all client wins and problems that we're identifying first. And then the final one is vulnerable value-based shares. Okay, this one is about the first time being back on stage, which connects straight to the bird. I mean, to the bird. I read that, which connects straight to our offer, right? So this is the first time I was back on stage after the shutdown and all of that in 2020. I'm going to message my next call and tell her I am going to be a few minutes late. So hold on, because I have to finish this. So I'll give you just a couple extra minutes. Maybe she's watching right now. Running. Okay. And okay. So here, I mean, do you want me to show you the rest of these? Let me know in the chat. Because I can end this now and I can just give you the template, but I think she'll be okay if I'm a little bit late. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to see what she says. I'm also checking on this one. Okay. Taking a very long pregnant pause. Hopefully she sees that. Okay, I'm going to go real quick. So on these, this one is about a baby bird that actually my dog tried to get this baby bird in the backyard. And I was like, yeah, apparently I'm not good with the circle of life. I'm sitting here in our backyard and our sweet Esther ran up. Now I'm a crying mess. Now to get off these tears off my face and run a masterclass in an hour. Jeannie, are you watching this video right now? Okay, I had 65 people comment on this and 164 likes, which then taps into the fact that I share values with people, right? So I want to connect with people who share our values. I can share things about things that matter to me. Here's the final one that I'm going to share with you about these values-based. Now, this is kind of a more of a like risky one because I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about that kind of stuff publicly. However, with this one, I really felt that this was something that was very important to me. And I felt that if there were people who really vehemently disagreed with me, I didn't want them as clients. This is really scary to do. And you have to do it in a way that comes, I believe you have to do it in a way that comes from a place of kindness. And I've practiced this, so I feel like I'm really good at it actually. And I never do things like this in order to make people feel like bad about their beliefs. I just want to be firm in what my beliefs are. So there was a person in the crypto space, who, I don't know if you know anything about .eth domains, but we're doing a lot of secret things with Web3 behind the scenes. And my husband is really into it. And so we were listening to this thing, and this guy who was really big in the .eth stuff, he posted a bunch of very hate-filled posts and then said that the hate-filled posts were okay because he was Catholic. And I was like, last time I checked on my Catholic upbringing, Jesus didn't say to go be a jerk. So I did this post where I shared that I had been, I've been raised Catholic, and I also have enjoyed many Seder dinners with friends of mine who are Jewish. I've also been to many meditation retreats. And then I brought up a set of lyrics from a friend. I call him a friend, but he's actually just my favorite singer in the world. And I shared his lyrics. And at the bottom of this, I said, even if you struggle trying to understand why someone would believe something that's different than you, I want you to know, rather than attacking, I would love you to try and understand. And then I said, most importantly, I want you to know that I love you beyond belief. And when you hear me talk about all of these business strategies that are like hardcore sales, blah, 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 and you miss out on the fact that what's really more important to me is that we're connecting as human beings, and that I want what's best for you. And I believe if we all had what we love, then we're all going to be elevated. We're all going to get the best things for all of us if we all come from that place of love. I need to weave that into my content so that I segment out the people who are not into that. Right. And it doesn't come up very often, but if I do this, then I can see these 250 people. I mean, look at this. Crystal and Keith are both in our programs. Like, the people who show up on top are people who agree with this, right? This is 29 weeks ago. Efrat Lamondre is one of our private clients, right? And I want people to know, I am going to scroll past it, but there are some people who argued with me about this post. And what I did was I made a mental note that they're not a good fit for our programs. So if you have things that you are very firm about when it comes to what you stand for, like we stand for joy, we stand for kindness. And if someone is not going to be okay with that, we don't want to sell things to them. So I added that little one in as a bonus right before creating this training. So yes, and there's enough lug to go around. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now, all of these examples you have here, and when you're stuck and you're thinking, I don't have anybody to talk to, if you send a message to Daryl, he'll get you the templates, and then you can use those templates in order to wake up your algorithm. Now, if you want to actually move into the sales conversation, there's two things we can give you that'll help you with this. The first is to be able to join us on this upcoming workshop that we're doing, where I'm going to really dive into how we actually convert sales in conversations like that without being a creeper. And the second is that you can just send Daryl a message and tell him you want more information about support, because we have support at all different levels. Obviously, our highest level of support is actually some awesome, it's an investment, right? But you get events with me here. You get to come to my home. We help you build your team at our highest level. In our middle level of support, we give you help and really fine-tuning your sales and getting to that 10K month consistently. In our highest level of support, we have many members who are over 7 figures. We have many members who are multiple 6 figures, maintaining those 6-figure years. It's awesome. Some people are maintaining 6-figure months, which is also awesome. And then in our lowest level of support, you can get some copywriting tips or video tips, right? So we have all different kinds of support. And if you send Daryl that message, Daryl or Tim, they can help you to get that information. Okay. Now, as we wrap this up, I got to go to my other call, and I'm going to pick our nugget winner. I would love to know what your best nugget was from today. And remember, if you want those show notes, just drop the word remind me below. If you're watching on our business page, Mollybot will get that to you. If you're watching on my personal profile in a group or on YouTube, it'll take us some time. We will get back to you with that as well. And actually, I'll give you one more thing. Ooh, Laura, if you missed it, we've got Diana. I am too. We have Daryl is one of our new team members. So I see the question about Daryl, so I'm just going to share this. This is Daryl here, and he is a new advisor on our team, and he's just been so helpful for our community. And I was watching some of the recordings of the calls that he's done with our community members, and he's just brilliant when it comes to increasing your visibility in sales. So you can send him, all 3 of us, you can send him a little message at this link. Molly.live. I put it in the chat there, or I can put it up on the screen. molly.live/DM gift, and that will go straight to his profile, and then he'll send you these templates. I will update them, like I said today. Okay, I'm going to pick a nugget winner. If you've never seen us pick a nugget winner, it's going to be really fun. So I hope you like how I pick our nugget winner. Ready? Heidi. I love it so much. This is my favorite nugget from today too. It's so good. Okay, I'm going to hide that. Okay, and I'm going to pick the nugget winner. Okay, ready? So I like to sing when I do this. Oh, maybe I should sing David Wilcox's song. Usually I sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but I'm not going to sing his song. I'm going to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Okay, so somewhere over the rainbow, and I'm just scrolling through the comments. Way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. I'm going to stop there. And it is, oh my gosh, I got to find a nugget. I get yeses. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting because you're going to join us on Saturday. Diana, you're our first nugget winner. I'm going to pick one more. So Diana or Deanna, however you say it, message us send us an email at molly@thepreparedperformer and with your address, and we'll send you a book in the mail. So cool. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Okay, here we go. This nugget, oh my gosh, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to pull you up on the screen. This means you're watching on my personal profile or in a group. And it says, it's not all about sales, but sharing your values as well through stories. Yes, so we can identify those people we actually want to spend time with. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if that was you, drop your name in the chat so that I can see who you are. And then also send us an email at molly@thepreparedperformer.com and let us know your address so we can send you one of our books. This book right here. Ta-da. Okay, amazing. Oh my gosh, Daniela. Y'all, I was up so late last night getting all these examples together for you. And Daniela was up with me. I'm so glad. Do you already have it? If you do, I can send it to somebody else too, or I can send it to you and you can use it as a gift. Hooray. Okay, amazing. So good to see you. Those of you that want to join us on this workshop, we just can't wait to share even more magic. And if you are like, nope, I'm full, what are you doing? You need the next step. You need to know how to turn this into sales. So join us on the workshop. All right. Once again, it is my absolute joy to focus and to be here with you to help you to unlock your inner awesome, to elevate it with the magic of video, social media, so that you truly can go live your life and go live if you want to and build a business that you love. Awesome. I'll see you soon. Bye.